Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Devi Jade, and I'm here to offer you your new moon channeling. And we are this new moon in Virgo, and we're coming along into those harvest moons. It is this time trined with Uranus. Now remember, Uranus is in retrograde, but it makes a trine is like a triangle. So we're absolutely going in this direction, or maybe we're going in this direction, according to you. What the channeling has come to me in this particular time is a candle for you that would be very easy. And when I'm doing a mixture of these sorts of things, it just is a download for me, an inspiration and a guidance to help you. Virgo is all about total tunnel vision. I call Virgos the Florence Nightingales of the signs, and for those of you who know or remember who Florence Nightingale is, the great nurse that everything was fashioned behind during history in this particular country, and she is the epitome of service. So Virgo is the epitome of service. They're very, very caring people. I know many, many nurses actually that are Virgos, and they're always wanting to lend a hand and to assist people to the very best that they can. Along with Virgo is, when I'm talking about that tunnel vision, is when they want something, their gift is to put these blinders on, and that's what they see and they go for it. They're very, very, very focused. They're excellent with numbers and organization, and they can be very blunt. So when you have somebody that's, assisting you and serving you in your life, you want somebody that's going to speak the truth and speak it plainly so that you can understand it. And that is what this particular moon is about. Now remember, when I present these, the moon is in the crescent. You have enough time to get your candles and things, but this time I'm going to use white, super simple little candle, so that you can utilize that. I am going to have a couple of things to make the candle, one for you guys, so that energy can come into you. On the side of the candle, I want you to take your little push pin that I have, little tack, okay? My fingernails are kind of long here, so that, okay? And I want you to scry in the candle, okay, Venus, because this particular moon is ruled this time by Venus, and she's going to help us because she's all about beauty and comfort and presence and all sorts of things that create that femininity. So with all the aggressiveness that we've had with these retrogrades, we're now going to balance it out with a super focus in regard to this energy. So we'll have balance. So that's probably why I got this little honey, this tiny little honey. You can find these cute little honeys. Okay, and if you don't, you have your own honey. And then what you'll want to do is you'll open the lid and you'll pour a little bit out, okay? And then you're going to take, now I in particular got this. This is Meadowsweet, okay? Meadowsweet is something to bring peace, to help us to be more receptive. You may not be able to get that. So if you don't, you can put lavender, because lavender is always very calming. It's very feminine. So you can mix that in, or an oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this, because I've got it. I like whole herbs a lot of times. So I'm going to take that. It's got a little bit of a sweet, earthy smell to it. I'm going to put that down here. Okay. And then what I will do, because I put Venus on the side and that's all, I'm going to take it and put it with oil. If you don't have honey, I would prefer honey this time, but you can use your olive oil, okay? And remember to go from wick to base, But in this, you'll pour the honey and you'll put the meadowsweet and you'll roll it. You'll roll this candle towards you so that it will be what's called loaded. Okay, L-O-D-E-D, loaded. And then you can put it on or in your little candle holder. I also wanted to bring along this to attract what I want, because I want to attract peace. I want to attract that feminine energy so that I can push away some of the energy of Uranus, okay? All of that family drama that came up in the last week or two, and other sorts of boom pops that came into us, because going into Virgo, I'll tell you that in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to segue back, and what I've got are these little magnets, but they're like lodestones, so they're going to draw energy toward one another, okay? And I'm going to put those with the candle. I'll put them so they're like this, so they go this way, okay? But they want to go like that, but just so they're, oops, like this. Let me do it this way, okay? And I'll put them so they're a little bit apart with the candle in the middle. And as I light the candle and I'm going to focus on it, I'm going to move ever so slowly, a little bit at a time as the candle's burning down. I'm going to move them toward each other, and they're right in front of my candle, and they literally clamped to each other just now. They'll just attract to each other. There was about this much space. So what is that? Metaphorically, things are going to be, they're going to start coming together, and when they get about this far away, about an eyeball's worth, okay, things are going to come together for you. It's that super focus, not the third eye focus. This is about what you're desiring, what you've got your head, what you got your mind on. We're going to give our mind something to do this time. When we're bringing spirit in like that, we can incorporate this here, okay, because our heart's already in it. We've asked them to come into our heart. So we've got that straight line coming into the pineal gland, into there, into our heart, and we're going to focus with our mind clarity of what we desire, and it's going to bring it together, okay? And so once that happens, let's just say you're putting your magnets and they're going a little. In the meantime, do take the time to write down what you want. I want you to write 9 things down. We do this a lot because that repetition really assists us. And remember, the thing about candle work is that if you're very laser focused and you have a super intent of that desire of complete clarity, you will receive what you desire very quickly. But the majority of us get a little bit, we turn our heads towards something else, okay? That doesn't mean that we're not going to get what we want, but it's kind of like a missile, okay? We're going to get what we want that way. Those even that are super focused, most of what we want doesn't come overnight, if it's a big thing that we want. But the more, here's another key, the more we do surrender, the faster it will happen, okay? Whether it be health, whether it be something you desire as far as like, I would really like this person to contact me. I'm not talking about the ex-boyfriend or anything like that. I'm mainly talking this time about goals, practical goals, because remember a little bit earlier, I was saying that Virgo they're very good with numbers, so they're very, very practical. You want something and someone that's going to speak the truth. I have a lot of Virgo friends, and believe me, they're very much into speaking their truth, and then they laugh about it. They're there to serve and care for you, and they will reach out a lending hand inevitably. So that's what I have for you. Again, I'm going to go over, you're going to load your candle, okay, with meadowsweet, or you can use lavender. Make sure that you roll your candle and roll it towards you, because you're bringing things towards you. In the honey, You're going to set it up on your candle holder. If you can get little magnets, little lodestones, that's really good. Well, what if you don't have some of that? Keep it simple. It's really about intention. You're going to light it and you're going to focus. If you don't have those, make sure you put your 9 things, 9 goals that you want, okay? And keep some of them littler so that you can see some of that manifest. Because the mind is going to want to wonder if it's going to happen. And so you'll create all these little obstacles for yourself. So you have to keep pushing through the brush. Virgo doesn't work that way. Virgo gets her bead on something, that's happening. And again, tunnel vision. They're experts at that. It truly is their gift. And with that, you're going to find balance in your life. I'm glad that you joined me. Have a really good time with your new moon focus, calling in the Virgo energy, calling in Venus, asking for those things that whatever that it is that you want. Yes, add those big dreams in too. Let's see what happens. Thank you again for joining me. Please do watch this often and watch the others videos that I have shared, because you'll always learn something new. Even if you go back to certain new moons or full moons, there's always something in there. And please do listen to the meditations, because they're divinely channeled and they are deep healing for you. Thank you again, and share this if you would like, and I would very much appreciate that. Have a blessed new moon, and I'll see you soon.